You can't sit this one out. The other headliner, the real headliner here, Everton on a one-match unbeaten streak. They're plus 250 hosting Brighton, plus 110. The draw here is plus 250. I think what we saw at Everton was important because of the formation, right? They went 5 at the back against City on the road. Obviously, it's City, so it makes some sense. But they looked just much more of a cohesive unit defending. I actually thought, although like City obviously pasted them by XG, they actually played really well defending the point, right? Especially after they tied it up. I thought that they did a pretty good job. I think if Lampard goes that way, like that just makes Everton a much better underdog, because I know he's going to want to entertain the home crowd here, but against Brighton, like why wouldn't you just do that? They can't break that. Like that's just where they struggle the most, right? Like trying to break down these low blocks. We always talk about how they don't profile well as a favorite, so it would be Everton or nothing for me here. Anthony, you've been fading the Everton defense. Will you be doing it again?
Yeah, I mean, it was an impressive showing. I thought they did an excellent job defending the penalty area, because City had no problem getting into the penalty area. They were able to pretty much get there as much as they wanted, but once in the area, I guess the extra defenders and blocking a ton of shots, like it all paid off in the end, in the sense that you hold them to 1 goal, and like City had their chances. When they put up the 11 on the big board, I was like, oh no, like they're gonna score in stoppage time. But yeah, it's 16 passes in the penalty area, so there was no midfield resistance at all. And so, how repeatable is that is my question for Everton, because if you let teams into your penalty area that much, you're just asking to get punished. And I kind of like both teams to score here. I think this is a De Zerbi thing. And I almost forgot about that we said this and that I had these takes, but we said when De Zerbi got hired, we were going to look to play some Brighton overs. And that we thought that, they were just going to be more high event because of him taking more chances in possession, playing out from the back at all times, even more than Potter was. Like all of those things remained true, and we kind of just, I guess, forgot about them. And let's look at the results. I mean, since De Zerbi took over, they had
a zillion goals.
Yeah, they had a couple of low scoring games with like Spurs and Brentford when they missed a bunch of chances, but a 3-1 loss to City, a 4-1 win against Chelsea, a 3-2 loss or win against Wolves, 3-1 against Arsenal in the Cup, 2-1 against Villa, loss, 3-1, 4-2. Now, I don't think it's sustainable, and XG will say that like regression's coming, like they're not going to keep playing those kind of games. But to see both teams to score under -130 here was really surprising, and probably where I'll end up on this one, because I do think that the market is just slow to react. I mean, I wanted to bet the under in the Brighton Arsenal game. That was like my first read, and then I was like, oh, it'll be like close to 3. It was 2.5. I was like, what? It's kind of crazy. Just whether Matoma is a part of the team as a starter or super sub or what, I don't know. But Brighton will get Caicedo back. They may get McAllister. That remains to be seen. He might still be partying, but Caicedo will definitely be back. And I think, generally speaking, this is a good over/BTTF spot, with Everton's defense still being fraudulent.
Yeah, BJ, you're kind of on that same page here, and they're not fraudulent. They're getting better.
Yeah, Everton overs are going to be a thing now, because, I mean, like Anthony mentioned, their defense has been running incredibly hot, but they've also been underperforming offensively, Michael. I mean, Everton matches this season have featured 32 goals off about 45 expected. So at some point, either the defense is going to regress, Pickford's is going to turn back into maybe not the best goalkeeper in the world, or Neil Maupay and Dominique Calvert-Lewin will start finishing some of these chances that they get. But yeah,
Anthony Gordon.
Or Anthony Gordon, any attacker, maybe Damari Gray, who knows? But no, yeah, this is a good over spot here. I have 2.7 goals projected for this one. Like Anthony mentioned, Brighton has just been uber aggressive in possession, and Everton's going to sit back, but that also sets up very, very well for them to counter Brighton, who has not looked good in transition defense. Let's just say that under De Zerbi. Obviously, they've been more aggressive and been much better at playing through the middle of the pitch, but Everton's going to clog that up. And once they get the ball, Everton's going to hopefully get the ball moving forward quickly. They have attackers who can finish, hopefully. At some point, they will be able to. So, yeah, I think this is a good over spot here. I'm with Anthony. So I like over 2.5 goals at +105.